February 2026, we celebrated our 20 years in the industry. And we've covered all sorts of care under the umbrella of this RTB Foundation. We've sponsored, single-handedly, in my religion does not support when you do something you tell another person. So we've tried to cover it up. Anyway, we've done all, in the last 20 years, we've covered everything. So in the speech on the 17th of February, I gave a speech. I said, now, since we have done everything, we want to focus on health. I grew up in UK, and in UK, in my 28 years in the United Kingdom, we're trained and taught how to perform CPR when somebody is dying. What you should do, first aid, is in the curriculum from primary, secondary to level. Even if you're doing some vocational studies, trainings, you're taught CPR. And I've said a lot now before you arrived, and I want the government to help us to have it in their curriculum, CPR and first aid. The reason why I chose this challenge, this awareness and this training, I lost two people. They're not relatively close to me, but I got to know them through somebody. One was playing the football and he had a fall on the pitch. And I believe what they were supposed to do was perform the CPR immediately before and put them in recovery position before calling emergency or putting them in the car. But my generation, the first thing they did was pick up a phone and start recording instead of doing that. That really got to me. And another one that made me decided to do this challenge, this awareness. The second one was when this happened, they immediately carried the person. One carried the leg. Please tell them to bring more, please. A lot of this. One carried lift the person from the leg, another from the leg. Start trying to put them in the car, which I believe the first thing they should do on the spot, perform the CPR before you put them in recovery before you call for emergency, which we don't have the knowledge. Another person is a baby choking. Choking is something that I've seen it. I have a care agency in UK. It's called Mahida Great Carers. We covered over 250 brands and over 1,000 patients in the UK. And I know what choking is something. It happened in a few seconds. The person passed away. So we want to bring the awareness. This is what I've printed out. We want to bring the awareness to people to see that we should, when things like this happen, what we should do, we have to speak with a specialist who specializes in training people. He's been on this journey forever. Who specializes in training people how to perform CPR, what we should do. So we want to cover the school. We're writing to ministry to please put it on the curriculum for people, for kids to know how to perform CPR and choking. Something happened a while ago. A principal of a school was walking down the step and she collapsed. A 7-year-old started the CPR. How many 7-year-olds can perform CPR? So this is why we're bringing this awareness issue. Please, choking first aid is really important. And after this, we're going on the streets. We're saying if you can perform this CPR and do this, we just want to bring the awareness. That's why we were starting from the school. After school, then we go to the school. We're covering quite a lot of schools. And this is why we're here. We've spoken with a specialist who is going to speak with his individuals on this. And I thank you for having us, myself and my team. I thank you for having us. Thank you. Thank you.
God bless you, ma. Please sit.
Yes.
Sit down here. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, God bless you,
Yeah.
for the good work that you are doing for the society. Let me start from the district. Mrs. Arowolo soon, representing our Teacher General, Mr. Hassan.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Nice to meet you.
Next is Sister Dada Christina, district staff from school admin. You're welcome. Then the next person is Mr. Amida Nuruddin, district staff. That is it.
Good morning.
You're all welcome. Then the staff from the Ojoku Senior High School and the principal, Mrs. Aponde Yetunde Oluton. This is the acting VP, Mrs. Oloko, Mrs. Adetoki, in charge of the health officer. Then the others, Mr. Adebiro and the other woman. That is our guidance and counselor staffs. So others are inside the class taking care of the students. So you're all welcome, and we want to use this opportunity to say a big thanks to you, ma, for the good work that you have been doing for the society. We have a similar case on Monday this week, and thank God we did the same thing. Immediately I noticed they reported the case of a girl that have asthma. She's already gone. So they brought the girl to my office, they pressed the chest, and we give her the inhaler. So we find the girl before we go for the parents to come out carry the girl. So thank you. God bless you.
Thank you. Actually, I treated the file, and when the file got to my table, I was like, else it will happen. No, how do we do this? And you know, there are a lot of things attached to when it comes to health. But hearing what you have just said, in fact, we were not meant to be here. I actually came for another program, which is to commence at 10. But I just said, let's come here. So, and it's a pleasure we are here to see this and to hear for ourselves. As much as we would have encouraged this, not only in Ojoku, but to all our schools, and I know you're not here, but I think your team can carry on whether you are here or you're not here. So we will want you, Oliver Twist, we will want to have more of this, at least visit our schools one after the other, because it's not easy bringing them together. And when you need to demonstrate this, they all need to see, because it is what you see that remains here. That's for the children. So we want to say big thank you on behalf of the office, the Institute General Permanent Secretary, Comrade Azan Dauda Abiodun, my director, Mr. Daudu Atisa, and my fellow colleagues here. I want to say thank you to you for this opportunity, reaching out to us to teach us more. And we will encourage that you will come back to us. We will still come back to you for some other things. And I want to pray that our relationship will be a lasting one. Thank you.
Thank you, my goodness.
Before we hear from him, we actually drew like a timetable. We want to cover all the schools in Ajeromi Felodun. We're going from one jurisdiction to another. We're going to cover Ajeromi Felodun. We're going to cover Surulere. It's going to be, I'm not saying it's going to be immediately. We have to, it's going to be like a timetable and go along with what the schools offer. So thank you very much.
So I train for European Resuscitation Council, and I'm also an emergency physician in the UK. So I've come to Nigeria to do this. Now, I'm just to corroborate what Madam said earlier on. In fact, let me cite an example. I was in Blenco. I don't know whether you know Blenco. It's a shopping mall. Just 3 weeks ago, and as I was walking, I just said bang behind me. Somebody collapsed. And then as I got in there, it was a young man. I looked at him. What we're going to teach today is what we're going to do. Assessed him. He was not responding. He was barely breathing, which means he was dying. So, and immediately everybody, they rally around and also bring water, bring milk. We have to carry, just like she was saying. People just lifted him up. And then what that means is, as soon as you lift somebody who is collapsed, the blood supply in the brain shuts down. and which means you will kill the person even though you wanted to help the person. So all this knowledge is not really available. Your brain will only last 5 minutes without oxygen. And you can imagine, when will you get a doctor? A lot of the time it's the passerby, it's people like us. So what Madam is doing today is actually laudable, and that's why I personally supported it when I heard, despite all the odds, to make sure that I'm here to deliver that knowledge to you. So it's a privilege to be here, and there's a lot for us to learn around it. Either choking. When I came back to Nigeria about 5 years ago, I remember a pharmacist called me. I was going around to do BLS, and they said, "Oh, it's too expensive at that time." I was okay, fine. They called me in the middle of the night. I live up in Ireland, and they called me from somewhere on the mainland. "Where are you, doctor?" "Where will I be? I'm in my house." Said they brought a child into the pharmacy choking. They didn't know what to do. Unfortunately, that baby died. So eventually they called us and we started doing. And it's a simple thing, simple technique that you just need to do to help, and it does help, to be honest. So it's a pleasure, and I'm sure we will have a lot to raise there. Thank you.
He's my principal from the junior secondary school, Mrs. Fachu.
Nice to meet you.
And this is the first principal from the junior school, Mrs. Abiodun.
This is Abel. Nice to meet you. My name is Rashidat. I'm the founder of this foundation.
What's the name of the foundation?
RTB, Rashida Bio Foundation. Nice to meet you guys today. My name is Rashidat Bayewu. To enlighten you and a bit of a training about choking and CPR, what you do when somebody, can I ask a question? Can you stand up? What do you know the meaning of CPR? You don't, thank you. What do you do? Can you stand up? What would you do if somebody had a fall now? What would you do? You won't help the person up, and that is why we're here. When somebody's choking, what do you do? Sit down, sit down. When somebody's choking, what would you do? You won't help the person up. So this is why we're here. You're not going to help the person up. And this is why we're here today. It's really, really few minutes training. When somebody has a fall, faints or choking, what you do. We have a doctor here who is going to explain to you what you do when somebody's a baby is choking, adults is choking, and a CPR, first aid. You're not going to pick up a phone, start recording. You're not going to record when somebody's choking. This awareness is called drop your phone, do the right thing. Which means if God forbid, if one of your teachers training, maybe training, because our teachers are doing well, they're doing a really good job. Maybe they're exhausted and they had a fall in the class. What would you do? So this is why we're here today, to give the first aid and choking training. So our doctor here will explain what that means to you, what you do. And after the training, we'll be bringing in few students. I want you guys to listen attentively of the training when a trained doctor will explain to you. Anybody who knows how to do it will bring out 5 students.
Quickly talk you through this. I heard Madam asking you what CPR means. So, any of you understand what CPR means? Maybe we need to understand that first. Do you know? Anyone here that can tell me what CPR means? Okay, so quickly, you are breathing, Abby? Are you people alive?
Yes, sir.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
How are you sure you are alive? Oh, that's one of it though. You remember characteristics of characteristic of Mr. Niger. Good. That's very good. So that's added now. Now, so you have Mr. Niger T, which means that you have to have some characteristics to be a living thing. And I can see a lot of those characteristics. You're looking at me, you are moving, you are talking and all that. Right? Now, as long as you are able to breathe, said to be alive. You are said to be alive. Now let's now bring it to CPR. Breathing. Which organ in your body helps you with breathing? No science student here.
No.
Which just say it. Your mouth, your nose, and your lungs. Abi, it goes through that windpipe and gets to your lung. And that's where what they call the respiratory system. The heart and the lung works together. And as long as the heart and the lung works together to deliver oxygen to your body for it to generate energy, you talk about cardiopulmonary system, right? So as long as the cardiopulmonary system, which means your heart is working with your lung, is getting oxygen to your body, you're said to be alive. So if there's any problem and the cardiopulmonary system, which means your heart does not work in synergy with your lungs to give you oxygen, the person collapses. Abi? Yes, and then you said that there's an arrest, which means that the person is about to die. So there's cardiopulmonary arrest. Are you following me? Yes, now, once there's cardiopulmonary arrest, your brain needs oxygen. Within 5 minutes, your brain must get oxygen. If it doesn't get it, the person will die and will not be alive again. Right? So you must do something very, very quickly. You must jumpstart that system. And the process by which you jumpstart the system is called cardiopulmonary resuscitation. CPR. I've just defined it to you. Cardiopulmonary resuscitation. That's where the word CPR comes from. So what I'm going to do this morning in the next 2 minutes is to show you how to do that CPR. Right? So when you do CPR, what you're doing in essence is you are making this person to be alive, you being the instrument now. So you are the instrument that is making the person alive. So you are giving them oxygen and at the same time you are pumping their hearts. Are we together? So how do we do it? If you find somebody in a collapse state, you find them, they are lying down, they are not, you don't know whether they are dead or not. Immediately you need to go to them. Before you go to them, you look around first to make sure there's nothing there that can harm you. Because sometimes somebody might be electrocuted. You know what that means? Wire, electric wire might be touching them. If you go and touch them, you too will just be, you understand? So you must look around. If there's an electric wire, call for help. Call anybody that around, they will go and help you to switch off the electric supply to this building. And then you can then bring the person away from that point and then attend to them, right? So which means that you make the place safe. If there's anything around that you think is dangerous, don't go to somebody that you are concerned about the fact that something serious will happen to you. You need to protect yourself. So once you realize that the environment is safe, there's nothing that can harm you, you approach them. When you approach them, you will call them. So we have 2 ears. You call them into their ear. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? You shout in their ears. Are we together? If you shout in their ears and they do not respond, then you touch them. You touch them by, see whether they will jump and open their eyes. Maybe they are sleeping, right? If they do not open their eyes because they're not sleeping, they are now unconscious. At that point, that you know that they are not responding to you, by calling them, by touching them, you must call for somebody to help, right? Because if you want to help somebody, you alone cannot do it. So you shout that somebody is there, or they are not talking and they can't feel you. Can people come to help you? Then when you come back, you want to check whether they're actually breathing. To check whether somebody is breathing, you need to open their airways. And to do that, you tilt what they call head tilt and shin lift. I will just demonstrate it to you. You push their head backward and use 2 fingers to lift their shin. In fact, all of you stand up. Let's quickly do this thing. Throw your head down very closely to your shin to touch your chest, like that. And you breathe in slowly, like. And then after that, you now do this and breathe in again. I want to know when is it easier for you to breathe? When it's up or when it's down? Can we do it now? Down. Take a deep breath and slowly breathe out. Now up. Okay? Take a deep breath slowly and out. When was it easier? Down or up? Up. Good. Sit down. Clap for yourself. So, it's because it's easier when it's up because that's when you open your airways. Now, that's exactly what I'm doing here. Exhale, chin lift, right? You put your cheek over their mouth and their nose, and then you count up to 10, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. So what I'm doing is this. When you put your mouth on your cheek over their mouth and nose, what you're trying to do is you're looking at their tummy. You know, if you are breathing, your tummy will be going up and down. You check whether that's there. Then you listen whether you can hear. Right? So you're using your ear to listen, right? And then you see whether you feel whether you wait to feel whether they are breathing on your cheek, like, right? So you listen, you feel, and you are looking for what? Breathing. For what? Breathing. Good. So you look, listen, and feel for breathing. If they are not breathing, you must now do something. This is where the CPR now becomes of importance. So you need to now apply pressure on their chest. But there's a place that you have to put your hand on your chest. When we come for full training, we'll tell you all this. So there's a particular space, a point that you need to put your hand, not the left, not the right, is in the middle, but a particular part in the middle, which I will explain when we come for the full training. You put your hand there, then you start pressing their chest, right? You press their chest, you are pressing 30 chest, you do 30 chest compression. In fact, I think I'm going to advise you to just continue to do hands-only resuscitation. Just continue to press the chest, like that. And we'll show you how to do that properly when we come for proper training, right? You just keep doing that until help comes. I think that's the best thing to do because I don't want to teach you how to use your mouth, what they call kiss of life or mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. The reason is, where is the dirtiest part of your body? Your mouth. That's why you cannot do like this to your mouth when you wake up in the morning. It does what? This thing. Because there are bacteria there. There's so many things that we can catch if we are not sure and you put your mouth in somebody else's mouth. So for now, I'm just going to teach you how to do hands-only resuscitation. And then you continue to compress. Details of how to compress it is something I would have to talk because it's not something we can rush through as it stands. So when we come for detailed training, we can put you through order. Thank you so much. I hope I haven't gone fast.
Thank you.
It's what they call mild choking. You know, if you are drinking water and water goes in the wrong way, what will you do? You will do what? Cough. You will be coughing. Do you know what a reflex is? What is the reflex? How many of you are in biology here? Final year biology students. What is
SS3 topic. We don't have SS3 students.
Oh, there's no SS3. Okay. So a reflex means your body reacts suddenly to something that is not normal. For example, your airway, your windpipe, which is your nursery, your trachea, up to your bronchi, your lung, is supposed to be clear of anything foreign. If there's anything foreign that quickly enters there, the body will be stimulated, and immediately reflex happens. The reflex is cough reflex. Then you start coughing. When you are coughing, what you're doing in essence is to push that thing out of the way. You understand? You build pressure from inside, push it out. Are we together? Now, if somebody chokes, that's the first response. The person will start coughing. But I know if somebody is coughing, what will you do? You give them water, if we share. Water. Good. What did you just say? You tap their back. You know, it's the culture that they've taught us. Give them water. If the choking is serious and you give them water, they will choke the more. You understand? So what you need to do is to help them to increase that pressure to get that thing out of the way. So they are coughing. So when they are coughing, you go in their back. You hit their back. The time they are coughing, you help them to push that thing. You increase the pressure. You understand? So as the person is coughing, now, if somebody is seriously choked, it means that the thing that is blocking the airway is big. They cannot talk. In fact, let's see the liars among us. I want to pick liars here. My name is Femi, Dr. Femi. What is my name? Dr. Femi. What is my name? Dr. Femi. Good. Now, do not breathe through your nose or through your mouth. Call my name. Don't breathe, though. I want to It's not possible. You can't call my name without breathing. Okay? For you to talk, you must be able to breathe. So, if something big blocks the airways, then the person cannot talk. What you see them do is this one. You know, their eyes will almost pop out. I've seen one in my career, right? So, the thing now is when that happens, there are two things that you can do. I know you are not very big now, but we'll tell you what to do because of the question that he has asked. You will need to give them 5 blows on the back because now you have to breathe for them. So you go to their back, 5 times, right? If that thing does not come out, you then come to look at their tummy. Touch your neck here. You see somewhere that is dimple, something like a dimple here, Abby? Trace it down. There's another dimple down here, Abby? That dimple that is down here, you make a fist like this. You put it there like that, right? And then you pull it towards you. 5 times again. And then you roll back 5 times, 5 times, you do 5 times, 5 times until they expel that thing. Now, the question of whether you should now do hands-only compression during that time, if anything then happened, they did not expel that thing, and then you find that they just fall down, then you have to now start doing the hands-only resuscitation. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. You have everything that will guide you in this book. When an adult is choking, when adults are choking, what you should do. These are really important for you. Mommy can choke, daddy can choke, brother, sister, even yourself. So this will help you guys. When you see the doctor holding the baby, choking is only for babies. Babies, when your little sisters are choking, what you should do, the doctors have showed you. And what you should do when CPR, what you should do, when an adult is choking, you have it here. You stay behind, the doctor will explain to you, and this will really guide you. Do you guys have any question? Please ask questions. It is really important to ask questions. Do you have any questions?
Is that you check the environment to make sure that whatever has got that person to be unconscious will not make you now to be unconscious. So you look around. Is there a reason? Are they electrocuted? Is there that something has they slipped on something and banged their head? Or is it that they are really, really sick? You understand? After that, you want to be sure that they are actually unconscious. So you need to approach them and call them. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? 2 things can actually happen. It's because of the time that we want to just show you this. 2 things can happen. You can call them, hello, hello, and they open their eyes. Huh? Huh? And then they drift back again. They become unconscious again. If that ever happens, the next thing for you to do is to put them in a recovery position, which we don't have the time to do now. Okay, it's in that book. You look in the book they're giving you. So there's a recovery position. Let me see. So you put them. Okay, is it not that? Okay, that's fine. We'll find a way of putting you through that one. So we put them in recovery position, right? And then you then call for help once in recovery position. But if you call them hello, hello, and they do not answer, you now need to touch them. So I always say call, touch, then call for help. So once you do this again, you are touching them, right? When you touch them, 2 things can also happen. They can open their mouth because it means that they are deeply unconscious, that their voice they cannot hear you. But when you put pain on them, they can feel you, right? So those are 2 different levels. If at that time they say and they drift back unconscious, again you put them in a recovery position. Why we put people in recovery position is because if Like as you're sitting down here, you can see that you are swallowing. I mean, you have swallowed saliva many times. You know, you just swallow saliva. You don't think about it. Clap for God, actually. Your orchestra that is going on in your throat as you are swallowing saliva, you cannot understand it. If you do not have what they call epiglottis that is covering, something that is covering your airways, each time you want to swallow, the thing covers your airways. The saliva goes into your stomach, right? Instead of going into your airways. Because you meet your airways before you go into your stomach. So there's two openings there. There's airways. So when you're swallowing, saliva covers, your tongue comes out, and then part of it just covers it. The saliva goes back, and then you swallow. Now, if somebody is unconscious, that mechanism is gone. The thing that comes to cover is not there. So anything that is coming just goes straight into their lungs. You understand? It just goes straight, and then they will choke and die. So in order for that not to happen, you put them in recovery position so that the thing can just come out instead of going in the wrong direction. So, answering your question, you look that it's safe, you approach, you call them. If they do not answer, you touch them. If they do not answer, what do you do next? Good, clap for yourself. You call for help, right? And then you come back, and then you can then check for airways, and then do everything that I told you earlier on.
But we all know that babies are delicate. If you try to break my hand, you will have difficulty. But if you try to break a baby's hand, it will be easier. I'm not saying you should break a baby's hand. That is to say, if you are trying to press on, it could break their ribs. So a baby does not require as much force as an adult would. Do you understand? I think the baby they do with fingers.
Okay, so it varies. Children vary from that. It's because of the time we're not doing the details. Now, the bottom line, easiest way to do that is to look at the thickness of anybody, whether it's an adult. If you are talking about pressing the adult, you can press. When you do the compression, you are looking at 1/3 of the thickness of whoever, whether a child or baby. So if it's a day-old baby, you can use finger. Some of them you can use one hand. Some can use two hands. Because the time is short for us to do details. So I'm just giving you important things here.
Well, thank you. I hope when you get home, the ones that are not here, you think of you read it. We'll be back. I can assure you. But I want you to please ask questions. And recovery positions are not here. So I want you guys to go home and learn about it. We'll be back. So the two people who ask questions, can you please stand up?
Make use of it.
Read about it and make use of it. Thank you all for coming.
And all your teams and everything you have taught us today, we are going to put it into practice. And on behalf of the school, we are saying this thanks our mommy Arowolo and our team. God bless you all in Jesus' name. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you guys. You all are looking amazing. My name is Rashidat Tijani Bayewu. We're here from an organization called RTB Foundation. I have with me my team. We have a doctor here who is going to lecture you the meaning of CPR. I'm not trained, I just read about it and trained about it, but this is a real doctor who is going to tell you the meaning of CPR, choking, first aid. When something happened to mommy, when something happened to daddy, when something happened to your teacher. Teachers are doing an amazing job. Sometimes they're exhausted. Maybe they fall, they collapse, or neighbors, the next door neighbors, if anything happened to them. The reason why we're here is what you should do. It is called CPR. The real doctor is here. He's going to tell you the meaning of CPR. And when somebody is choking, maybe your brother, a baby brother, when the baby brother is choking, or your sister, or anybody around you, and whatever you learn today, it will help you in future. So they're going to be telling you, we only have a few minutes to go, so they're going to be telling you the meaning and and what you should do. Don't record. Don't record. Put the phone down and do first aid. So I'll leave you to the doctor.
Life. Good. So there's something they call life. Abby, are we alive? Yes. Good. Clap for yourself. Okay. So, we want to continue to be alive and we want to grow old. Abby? May God let us grow old. If for any reason something happened and the somebody is not alive again, right? You know it's a process before that happens. Do we know? Yes, sir. So we pray that we'll be alive and we'll be old. But if something happens that makes somebody to fall down and they don't want to be alive again, what we are talking about today is how to make them to continue to be alive. Do we understand? Yes, sir. And that thing is what our mommy has talked about earlier on. It's called CPR. What does C stand for? Clap for yourself for saying it. So for us to be alive, our lungs and the heart must work in synergy. So, at our own level, we call the heart cardiac, right? And the lungs, pulm, which I just leave it like that with you. There is a reason why I'm telling you this, so that you know the meaning of CPR. C stands for cardiac, in this case, cardio, right? P stands for pulmonary, which is the lungs, which means that the heart and the lungs working together to make us alive, right? So that's called cardiopulmonary what? Resuscitation. R stands for resuscitation. What does resuscitation mean? Who said revive? Now mommy. Clap for mommy, clap for mommy. So, resuscitation means to revive. It means to jumpstart. So if somebody that is alive now, suddenly they are not responding to you again. It looks like, I did it. You understand? There are things that we need to do. I will just talk you through it in a very simple way so that you can understand. You want to talk, you know, if you're alive, I talk to you, you hear me, Abby? Yes. If I touch you like this, you will feel me. Yes. Abby? Yes. Somebody that is not alive cannot feel, they cannot hear. So in order for us to check, we quickly talk to them, we shout in their ears. Hello, hello. You shout in their ears. If it's mommy, if it's your brother, you just you call their name. Mommy, mommy, daddy. You know, hello. You know, if mommy can hear you, and this is going to distract us.
I want you to listen. You'll drop that on the table. Just listen.
And then you will touch them. Mommy, mommy, daddy. You touch them. If they do not answer you, then you have to do something, right? You need to call for somebody to come and help. That mommy or anybody that is involved is not responding to you. You shout. Are we together? Yeah. So when you shout, then you come back to them. When people are coming, then you check whether they are breathing, right? To check if somebody is breathing, you will need to raise their head up, right? And open their mouth. So you raise their head up and then open their mouth.
The mouth is called airways.
Yeah? So through your mouth, it goes into your airways. So you want to open that mouth and the nose so that the airway is open, right? And then you put your cheek over the mouth and the nose. And then you listen for a period of time. The period of time is 10 seconds. You know the hands of seconds on the wall. It will be going like this. Abby? Yeah. So it doesn't go like this. It goes like this. Right? Now, this is how I'm going to count my own 10 seconds. They're there. I put my mouth, my cheek over their mouth and the nose, and I will count and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. That's 10 seconds. It's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah? So you count like that for 10 seconds. And then you see whether you can hear them breathing, whether you can feel them breathe on your cheek, like, right? Or whether their chest or stomach is rising and falling, right? If that's not happening, it means now what you have established is this person is not hearing you, is not listening to you, and he cannot feel you when you touch them. That person needs help. And the help that we need to do is to go on their chest and start pressing the chest, right? So we start pressing the chest. Now I want to check whether they are alive. There's nothing that can harm me. I'll quickly go to them. Hello, 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 hello. Can you hear me? You understand? They're not hearing me. They can't feel me. So I need to call for help. Please, I need help. This person is not responding. Can you come? You can say it in Yoruba if you want to. And then can you come? So they are calling, you have called somebody, you quickly come back to them and check whether they are breathing. You open their airways, you lift their head up and lift their chin up. And then you put your cheek over their mouth and the nose. And then you start counting. And 1 and 2 until how many? 10. You clap for yourself. So when you do that, they are not breathing, they are not, happening you. Then you need to start something. So you go on their chest and then we start pressing their chest. So that okay, so you look at so we start pressing their chest to make sure that their heart is now pumping. You continue to do that. Normally we do 30 and then we give them what they call mouth to mouth, right? But I will not say you should do mouth to mouth because it's in the mouth. There's so many things there. Before you go and put your mouth in what you're not supposed to be, right? So you continue to do the chest like that until air comes around. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Fine.
First of all, do not stop until help arrives. And if you're tired, let somebody else come say. The way you do CPR for an adult is different from a child, for babies. So now we'll be calling 3 people. The doctor will show you lock and do that. It's here. You have all the booklets, how it's going to guide you in the book. So, can you come? Blessings. Oh, yeah, come. Yeah. Let's try. Blessings, try.
So can you remember what I said? Okay.
See, here it says, this is how to perform CPR. Now, tell us what you do.
What can you remember?
What can you remember? No.
Before
Before you start, the person is not breathing. The person is not responding.
what's the first thing?
No, call. Hello. Like the way the doctor said.
Okay, so response, wait now. Blessing. Response, is it only shaking that response start from? If I want you to talk, am I touching you now? No, I'm not. Do I know whether you are responding? How did I know? You're listening to me. Okay, so we'll start from listening, isn't it? So talk to her first. Talk to the patient first.
No, this patient is not responding, not talking. What do you do?
So check for response. What will you do? Okay, and what will you tell them?
Sure. Don't
Don't
be
worry,
shy.
calm down, don't worry.
Nobody should talk.
Hey!
You have 5 minutes to go.
Okay,
No.
good. But you have to
Clap for
shout. Hello? You understand? Hello. Can you hear me? So if I come to you and say, you know that one tickles their hair. But some people go, hello. But you go close to them and do that.
Yeah.
Hello.
Again, 2 ears.
Hello.
Can you clap for her? Next thing, there's a level. The first thing is you can't hear. Then, can you feel? Do you understand? So do the feeling now.
Open the airways.
Before that.
Oh, okay, that way.
You can't do it on your own.
Call for help.
Call for help, right? Okay, So do it. Let's start again now. Sorry. Let's just quickly
Let's
start
start
again.
again.
Start from the first thing is what? Good. Go on.
Can you hear?
Okay, fine. Yeah, just say hello, hello. Anything to just cause sound. Okay, do it again. 2 years.
Can you hear?
Okay, can't hear you. What's next?
Then
No, before that. Pain. Okay. You know, if I do like this, and you feel me like that, you can feel me, but if you are sleeping, will you hear me if I do like this? If I want to wake you up, what will I do? So that's what you do. So wake him up. Yeah, so he's not waking up, right? So what's next? Go for help. Clap for her. Help is on the way. What will you then do? Before that, is he still breathing? Okay, why will you check for breathing? Good. Clap for her again. She's getting it back to back. Yeah, okay, good. Do that, let's see. Yeah, you lift it. Yeah, you do it. This hand, yeah. And
They
this.
don't know the meaning of airways.
Uh,
What is airways?
So it can come from your mouth, but can also come from your nose. In fact, majority of the time it's coming from your nose. Good. So your nose is linked to your windpipe, which is called the trachea, right? When you get to higher class, they will teach you more. I hope so. So it gets into your windpipe, your trachea. From your trachea, it then goes into the bronchi, which goes into your lungs. That's why you have two lungs. So you have two bronchi, and then you have your lungs. All the way through that part is the air. Is the air. So it starts from your nose or your mouth, it goes into your windpipe, then it goes into your lungs, and then if it's oxygen, it then goes into your blood. Are we together? Yes. Clap for yourself again. So you open the airways. So to open the airways,
You seal it.
in fact, do we do this thing? Do I have them to stand up and we'll try it? Or we don't have fine. Alright. Brilliant. Okay, so carry on my dear. So yes.
Wow.
She's doing very, very yeah. So can you count? Just count. When you start counting, I might not say count finish. Can you count? Time. Okay, we have 3. So okay. And 5 and 6 and 7, 8. So we count up to 10, right? And if it's not breathing, what next will we start? No, you already go for help. Good. So you start your chest compression. Let's see how you do your compression.
No, you have to lock. See, lock your hands. See, yes, see. See here. Yes. And make sure you know where now. How many keys? Right now, how many keys?
So this is the way. So there's a point there that you're looking for, which I can tell you some other time. Okay, so you put that, you can lock your hand, and then you press down.
How many you're doing?
You do that 30. Okay. Look, straighten your elbow.
Let them know they have to do those.
Yeah. So well, it's hard because it's high. When you put down,
Now I want you to, those who can see the floor and you can see, but the best place to do a CPR is where? On the floor. The best way to do CPR is where? On the floor. Alright, so look at Blessing. Alright, come on. Alright, have a look. Those who can see here, have a look. I want you to listen. Stop talking.
so we continue to do that.
Clap for Blessing. Alright, go have a seat. So the doctor is going to tell you. Stop talking. Wait. The doctor will tell you how many you're going to do. And this book will guide you how many you have to do. We want to give this to Blessing for... Thank you, Blessing, okay? Thank you.
Clap for her.
Alright, everybody go have a seat, please. Sit down, everybody. Yes. Everybody talking should go out. Send you if you're talking. Sit down. Everybody go at the back, sit down.
this choking becomes very, very dangerous. And it's a matter between life and death. That's if the thing is big, like a big sweet, blocking your airways that we talked about earlier on. Hello? Okay, if that happens, there are two things that we need to do. Are you listening to me? Yes. So we need to hit the person on their back. This is a baby. Hello? So this is a baby. If it's a baby, we hit their back, 5 times, right? We hit their back 5 times. And then we try to help them push their tummy 5 times again, like, like that. If it's a baby. But if it's an adult, or it's somebody that is big, like him, come. You look in between the back here now, we will hit it that way. Don't hit somebody that is not choking because it's painful. Oh. Are we together? Yes, sir. So you hit it 5 times. Then, we look at their tummy, there's a dimple here, at the chest. There's a dimple here, we trace it down, there's another dimple there. Then you make a fist there, and then you push that side. It's painful, I'm not going to do it. When we come back, we'll be able to show you better how to do it well. Is that okay? Yes, sir. Any question? Okay.
I want to thank you for the lecture you have given to us and for the gifts you have brought. And may God continue to bless you through Christ our Lord.